All right, so we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night, all depending on when and where you're logging in from. And welcome to this presentation of ElipCity Global, which is the hottest, smartest, and the most demanded contract on the market. It launched just 6 days ago and have had a massive 70,000 members joining in those few days. That has been a record breaking launch, and it is my pleasure to be here to introduce to you exactly what ElipCity Global is all about. Now, introducing the world's first decentralized community support fund, which is designed by the people for the people, ElipCity Global. And it is one of the multiple decentralized projects that forms the ElipCity ecosystem. Now, ElipCity Global uses smart contracts. A smart contract can facilitate the exchange of money, content, shares, property, or anything of value. A smart contract is immutable, it's tamper proof, fair, just, and fully transparent. And a smart contract cannot be altered, they cannot be stopped, they cannot be controlled by anyone, so it acts strictly according to its pre written protocol. No more, no less. Now, as a decentralized peer-to-peer community support fund, ElipCity Global can act as a third party, which will ensure complete fairness, transparency, and justice for all participants of the community support fund, all according to the algorithm code. No mediators, no intermediaries, there's no owners, there's no company, there's no CEO, there's absolutely no human intervention whatsoever. And all of this is effectively guaranteeing the fairness for all participating partners and partners' funds according to the rules of the smart contract. Be a part of this amazing community and receive 310%. What? Well, how does that work? Well, you can deposit Tron to the ElipCity Global Community Fund. The contract code will now activate, and 24 hours after your deposit, you will start to receive up to 1% daily return on that deposit. You will continue to receive that 1% every single 24 hours until you receive 310%. This is a global support fund where everyone supports everyone. Now, you can simply redeposit and continue to receive as well. Keep in mind, because when 310% has been received, the system will stop paying. That means you have now received what you were entitled to receive from this community support fund. You make a contribution and you will receive back 310%, and then it stops. The contract is coded so that when the 310% has been accumulated and reached, all income will stop and become deactivated until you make a new deposit. Only then the commission will continue to run. So that means you can continue to redeposit as many times you wish and continue to receive support from this fund. The more you support, the more you receive. That is the saying, isn't it? Now, the 310% is received in 4 different ways. The maximum that you can ever receive, as we just spoke of, is 310% of your original deposit for any given cycle. And there are 4 ways of receiving from ElipCity Global. You have the 1% daily return on your deposit. This is 100% passive to all community members. That means right now, 60,000 members worldwide, 70,000 members worldwide have received from this fund. You also have a 10% direct referral commission if you help out to share and grow this community with us. You'll also receive, upon that, a matching commission on your partner's daily return on their deposit. And there's a weekly top 10 sponsor pool to give a massive incentive to those who are here helping to build this community to the max. Now let's go through these in detail. The up to 1% of your initial deposit is received as daily return. The system algorithm is coded so that it sends out up to 1% daily until maximum income limit of 310% is received. So for example, say that you support the fund by depositing 1,000 Tron, you will receive 3,100 Tron back in total. Every 24 hours, you will receive up to 10 Tron daily until you receive the maximum 310% of your initial deposit. Now, keep in mind that potential commission through any of the other 3 ways will accumulate towards the 310 limit. This means that there are users, there are community members that are completing their 310 limit within hours, within days, within weeks, all depending on how much they contribute towards this community. Now, the 10% direct commission is awarded to the sponsor when a direct partner makes a deposit. So anyone that you invite to take part of the ElipCity global community, you will receive a 10% direct commission on their first deposit and any future redeposit as they cycle as well. So, for example, say your partner deposits 10,000 Tron, you will now receive 1,000 Tron as your direct commission and can withdraw that instantly. Now, there are no limits to the number of direct partners you can have. The more the merrier. This is a uni level, so the more people you have on your front line, the more income you are actually generating for yourself. Now let's have a look at the matching commission. This is a hidden gem that many now are starting to realize how powerful it is. The matching commission is awarded every time a downline partner withdraws their daily return. So this is for those who are building this community with us, those who are introducing others, who inviting them to take part of this community. They will be doing the same thing. Now, everyone is receiving 1% on their deposit as a daily return. And as you are building your community, you will receive a matching commission every time a downline partner makes a withdrawal. So for instance, every partner that you personally brings into ElipCity Global, you will receive a 30% match whenever they make a withdrawal of their daily return. Let's say that they deposit 100,000. That means that they're receiving 1,000 Tron daily. And if they withdraw after 10 days accumulation, they're withdrawing 10,000 Tron. You'll be receiving 30% match on this. That's 3,000 Tron. You will receive 30% on every single direct sponsor that you have as soon as you've activated that level. Now, on all partners on your second and third level, you will receive a 10% match on every single time someone makes a withdrawal of their daily return. On all partners on level 4 and 5, you'll have an 8% match. All partners on level 6 and 7, you will have a 6% match. All partners on level 8 and 9, you will have a 4% match. And all partners on 10, 11, and 12, you'll have a 2% match. There are no limits to how many partners you can have on each of these levels. So the amount of residual income you can create through ElipCity Global, through supporting this community, growing the fund and community with it, is just tremendous. Now, as a note, we got to keep in mind, if the system does recognize that the matching percentage output is too high according to the input, it will be reduced on all levels. So the matching commission and percentage is the 30, 10, 8, 6, 4, 4, and 2. We will talk about it a little bit later in detail. Now, let's go through the matching level income and the rank requirements, because in order to actually activate that matching income, you will need to achieve a star rank between star 1 all the way up to star 10. And the requirements to activate the first level and the 30% match on your front line, you need to have at least 3 direct referrals and a total team volume of 5,000 Tron. That will give you the rank of star 1. Now, to achieve star 2, you need 5 direct referrals and a total team volume of 20,000 Tron. Now, total team volume if included your directs and everyone in their team as well. So it's your total team volume. Now, to achieve star 3, you need 7 direct referrals and a total team volume of 100,000 Tron. That will activate level 3. To activate level 4, you need 9 direct referrals and a total team volume of 250,000 Tron. To activate level 5, 11 directs and 500,000 Tron. To activate level 6, you need 13 direct referrals and 1 million Tron in team volume. Activate level 7, 15 directs and 2 million Tron. Activate level 8, you need 17 direct referrals and 4 million Tron in team volume. And level 9 is 19 directs and 10 million Tron. Level 10, 11, 12, you'll get all 3 when you have 25 directs and a total team volume of 25 million Tron. Now, there are already leaders and users in this community that have achieved rank 7, 8, 9, and even so 10, 11, 12, which is just simply amazing in such a short amount of time. 6 days. It just shows the true power and the potential of ElipCity Global. So my friends, welcome to the star ranks. Now, we also have a weekly top 10 sponsor pool, my friends. 1% of all deposits that are going into ElipCity Global is added to the weekly top sponsor pool. 10% of this pool is awarded to the top 10 sponsors of Tron volume every week, while the remaining 90% is rolled over into the next week's pool to continue to increase the reward to the next top sponsors every week ahead. Now, how is the 10% allocated? Well, number 1 will receive 25%, number 2, 15, number 3, 10, 4, 5, and 6, 8, or 7, 8%, and 8, 9, and 10, 6%. Now, this is a massive incentive to everyone that is building this community. So make sure that you try to get in on that top 10 weekly sponsor pool, because that is a nice reward. Now, moving over to the minimum and the maximum deposit limits. Now, this has been created in or set in place in order to maximize the sustainability of this project. You'll have unlimited cycles and redeposits, but we are now moving through levels. So to advance from level 1 to level 2 in deposit amounts, you need to make a maximum deposit limit of 100,000 to actually be made in full. So going into level 1, you can make a deposit of minimum 500 Tron and a maximum of 100,000 Tron. Now, in order for you to get to level 2, where you can deposit between 101 and up to 300,000 Tron, you need to make a full deposit of 100,000 Tron first. You can have unlimited cycles in your first level, meaning you can deposit 500, then you can make the second deposit maybe 5,000. You can make a third deposit 10,000, make a fourth deposit 20,000, build your way up. Once you reach 100,000 deposit, you will move into level 2, and you can now deposit between 101 all the way up to 300. If you would like to deposit up to 1 million and maximize this comp plan, well, you do need to make a deposit of 100,000, receive the full 310, 300,000, receive the full 310, 700,000, receive the full 310, then you can make the 1 million. This allows the time needed for this community to grow strong and be able to sustain it together with the ecosystem from ElipCity. Now, let's have a look at the distribution of the funds. So all deposits to ElipCity Global Community Fund is distributed accordingly. Now, from 100% that goes in, 5% goes to the platform fee. This is used to develop the ecosystem of ElipCity that will be generating the revenue that is added to the ElipCity Global Community Fund. There's a 1% insurance contract to ElipCity Global, providing peace of mind and securing members' original deposit. There's also a 1% that goes to the Tron Chain insurance contract to make sure that everyone in the former contract Tron Chain will be receiving 100% of their initial deposit. Again, the original deposit is guaranteed. 1% goes away to the top sponsor bonus pool. 10% goes away instantly as direct commission, which leaves a total of 82% that goes into the community pool towards the daily return and matching commission, meaning the entire community of ElipCity Global. So everything that I do, 82% of all my deposits go to the entire community, and it's being distributed to everyone. 82% of what you deposit and what your team deposits go to the entire community to help sustain everyone. It also means that everything, or 82% of everything and everyone in this community does, goes towards helping and supporting you as well. That is a true team build. That is a true community supporting each other. And that is what ElipCity Global is all about. Now, when it comes to withdrawal, everyone is receiving 310%, but with each withdrawal, there will be a deduction fee of a 10% from what you have received. That means in total, you will be receiving 279%. That 31% or 10% deduction fee will be coded to the Tron Chain insurance contract to ensure that all these members will be receiving their initial as soon as possible. Once this has been completed, the Tron Chain insurance 1% and the 10% fee will be diverted back to the ElipCity Global Community Fund. So everyone is doing a give back. This is built upon where everyone supports everyone. And that is what we're doing. Now, let's have a look at this new and improved smart contract and go through what has been designed or what has been improved. This has been designed now for maximum long-term sustainability and growth. as we know, everyone can receive 310%. They will all receive up to 310%, and they receive up to 1% daily. The reason this is now being said up to 1% is because this may fluctuate, but there are multiple levels of segments or security levels that will be put in place before this is being reduced, so to say. Let me go through this so that you guys understand this in detail and how the contract works. Now, everyone is receiving 1% every single day of their deposit, and everyone is receiving matching income based upon their level requirement or level rank, and they're also receiving that based upon their team. Now, the balance we can see has a very, very healthy growth, more than 600 million Tron in less than 6 days, 70,000 members. We got 550 million Tron in the balance pool currently with a steady growth. But if the balance were to decrease with 10%, that means that the output is now higher than the input. What will happen is that the contract will automatically shut 50% of all matching income on all levels off. That means instead of a 30% on all our directs, you'll receive 15. Instead of 10 on all partners on level 2 and 3, you'll receive 5%. This automatically means that the output is reduced with 50%. Now we're able to grow back up, sustain fund, and find the level of balance of input versus output. Now, when the balance increases back up with 20% above all-time high, that matching percentage will increase again with 10%. And every single time it grows back 20% above all-time high, another 10% is being added. This way, the contract can now find the balance between input and output and what the community and the ecosystem of ElipCity is having together. Now, if the balance were to reduce with 10%, it will reduce all matching income by 50%. If it were to continue to reduce an additional 10% without increasing, 6 levels of matching will be deactivated. That means that you're left with not 12, you're now left with 6 levels of matching and 50% matching on all levels. Now, again, if the balance continues to reduce, which will not, this will not happen, but these are security features that are put in place in order to find the balance of this support fund. So if the balance reduces an additional 10%, that means it reduces 3 times in a row. Now, only 2 levels of matching will remain active, your front line and your second level. You will have a 15% match on all your directs and a 5% match on your second level. This means that the output has now been reduced sufficiently enough to sustain it back up. And as it grows back 20% above all-time high, a new level of matching will be added with 10% on the matching income as well. This has been designed so that it will never allow the fund to drain. It will allow the community the time it needs to grow and sustain by being able to reduce the balance so that we can balance the input versus the output. This is by far the smartest smart contract that we have ever seen. And I'm very, very pleased and proud to present this. And if it all comes as an additional security feature, because we heard throughout the community that, if we don't even need the matching. If we can sustain 1% and a direct income, that will be enough. But we want people to be able to have the matching. We believe that this can be sustained. But if it cannot, well, then it will be decreased. It will be removed. The contract will automatically detect this and take that away. Now, if the contract algorithm detects that after removing matching level income and the output would still be higher than the input, that is the first time the daily 1% will be reduced. And it will be reduced with 0.1% at a time until we find the balance, where the balance between the output of where the community and the ElipCity ecosystem can sustain together. And I can assure you that we will not come to that point. But we wanted to make sure that everyone feels safe, that this is going to be a never-ending support fund. That is the goal. We already have the ecosystem, and we will go into that very, very soon. I just want everyone to understand the difference between the former and the previous #1 ranked app, Tron Chain, and this one, which is the improved version, where we have learned and we have seen, and we have now been able to create what will fulfill the purpose and serve us as a community support fund, decentralized for decades and decades to come. So take note of this page, my friends. This is the key to it all. Now, this is also some of the keys to it all, because we've been talking about how the community and the ElipCity ecosystem will be able to sustain this community together, this support fund. And here is the revenue streams that are now being added to this community support fund. We have, of course, members and new supporters that are coming in, making a deposit and receiving support back. We have old members that have received 310% and will make a redeposit. And most of these are always doubling their deposit, following the X2 strategy to increase their daily 1%. Now, we will very soon have the ElipCity debit card on the market. This has already been launched, and we are having a pre-onboarding period now. Very, very soon, debit cards will be shipped, and this is going to generate revenue for ElipCity, which will be added to the ElipCity Global Community Fund. ElipCity online games. We already have Aiden's Fall as a PC game out and playing. First PC online game playing with TRX. We're about to drop 2 mobile games as well, generating income and revenue added to the ElipCity Global Fund. The ElipCity Global FinTech Services. We're going to touch base on that very, very soon. The ElipCity DeFi, generating income that will be added. The ElipCity Technology, generating income, not just from the ElipCity ecosystem, but multiple projects from several businesses and entrepreneurs all around the world in multiple countries. Everything generating a revenue to help support and sustain this community support fund. Everything here is built by the people, for the people, to be able to support this global community fund. We're building a decentralized financial ecosystem supporting millions and millions of people. So the ecosystem, as we all know, the ElipCity dev team is developing multiple projects, and it's within DeFi, online gaming, online banking, crypto debit card, and a lot more to come. You will see this will complete the vision of a complete ecosystem of several multiple services in billion-dollar industries that will generate additional revenue added to the ElipCity Global Fund. Now have a look at the current and the future projects. The white is the current projects we already have up and running in the ElipCity ecosystem. And I can tell you that we are developing the most advanced fintech and DeFi ecosystem in the world. This is only for 2021, my friends. Now, we already have ElipCity Global up and running, the world's first decentralized community support fund, already 70,000 members in 6 days. We have Uswap, the leading decentralized exchange on the Tron network, which is the proprietary DEX of the ElipCity ecosystem. We have UME and EFT Finance, UME being the proprietary governance token to the Uswap DEX, and EFT being the proprietary governance token to the ElipCity ecosystem. Two of them, both of them, highly profitable yield farming DeFi projects that has been ranked #1 as well. The ElipCity debit card, already launched. Everybody's just waiting to get it. And of course, the ElipCity games. This is already generating revenue to the ElipCity ecosystem that is being now added to the ElipCity Global Fund. And to launch Q1, my friends, this is very, very near. I'm very, very proud about this. The ElipCity wallet, a decentralized 15 keyword wallet where we will actually have the entire ElipCity ecosystem integrated. ElipCity Global, Uswap will be there as your DEX, instant swaps. You will have access and discovering the entire ecosystem, such as UME, such as the debit card, the games, the market that we will be having, the ElipCity technology, everything in our ecosystem will be fronted in that wallet. Other developers will as well be asking to be listing their projects to get access to our community, because that is the most powerful thing we have, my friends. Our community, the strength of the community within ElipCity is beyond anything. And that is why we have multiple developers already asking to be a part of the ElipCity community, coming with projects, IDs, this, that, wanting to launch this within the ElipCity ecosystem to gain access to you guys. But we are building our ecosystem first before we are allowing anything of this, because we want to make sure that the ElipCity ecosystem and ElipCity Global will be able to support and maintain for decades to come. Now, ElipCity technology also to launch in Q1. This will be massive, my friends. ElipCity technology will be offering software technology within blockchain, services, products, offers to businesses and entrepreneurs all over the world, tapping into multiple projects, generating a percentage revenue from all of them. ElipCity Academy and marketing to launch in Q2. To launch in Q3, we got ElipCity Markets, and to launch Q4, ElipCity Trading. Guys, this is, as well as I said, only 2021. Imagine what will come 2022, 2023, all the way up to. This will be an ever-expanding ecosystem. This is an ever-expanding ecosystem. And what we have achieved in less than 7 months is nothing but amazing. I have to commend each and every one in this community and thank you all, the leadership, the users, the members, everyone that has said yes to support and commit to our community project, because it would not have been possible without any of you. But what we've achieved in less than 7 months is nothing but amazing and extraordinary. But again, it is nothing compared to what we will achieve in the coming 6 to 12 months and the next years going ahead from there. So guys, the ElipCity debit card is in collaboration with Oolala. Go online, Google Oolala, go to their website, oolala.inc or .io. We recently launched our very own debit card in collaboration with them. You can see the back office desktop version here. We also have an app version. You can order this card for a small price of $19.95. And this debit card will allow you to instantly liquidate cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and even Tron instantly to fiat. You can withdraw it anywhere you want. You can use it at any store that is accepting Visa all over the world. We are very, very excited about bulking out the first order of these cards and having the masses and having our community showcase this on social media, showing the branded ElipCity debit card and how they can actually utilize that and liquidate cryptocurrency instantly. And keep in mind, guys, that the more people that utilize and use the ElipCity debit card, the more revenue is created back to the ElipCity ecosystem, which will go back into the ElipCity Global Fund as well. Now, the insurance contract, as we spoke about a little bit earlier, it is protecting members' original deposit. 1% of every deposit that goes into ElipCity Global is sent into a separate pool, and that contract is coded to every member that has not yet received 100% back of their initial deposit. So this is providing a peace of mind to everyone that wants to join our community. Any concerns are wiped away with this insurance contract. They're already wiped away with the new settings of regulations. But the insurance contract plays a major psychological role as well. And that is why we want this and want to have this. So insurance contract, which is protecting members' original deposit, I do believe this is the first ever we've seen in the smart contract industry. No other contract has ever offered this. Now, UME farming rewards, talking about things that no one else has ever offered to their community. UME, guys, is the proprietary DeFi governance token of the Uniswap DEX exchange from the ElipCity team. We just showed you on the roadmap that we have the Uniswap DEX. This is also going to be the integrated exchange in the ElipCity wallet. And UME is actually an additional reward that is given to the ElipCity community, and it will not affect your 310 income limit. So that means you're receiving up to 1% daily. And if you have made a personal deposit of 100,000 or more, you'll actually be able to activate the UME farming and receive UME as well. And that UME will increase your daily income to maybe 2, 3, 4%, depending on how many is farming in it. It is a huge incentive. And as said, it doesn't affect your 310 income limit. So you're now actually receiving more because you made a maximum support of 100,000, which is the max in the first limit. It will be calculated on each deposit going forward as well. Now, so you can farm that high potential DeFi token UME from the ElipCity team simply through building your community with ElipCity Global. You'll gain access to multiple ways to generate more revenue and more income from the ElipCity ecosystem, not just from ElipCity Global. But holding UME and EFT, which is our now second governance token, as you know, will be gaining you access to revenue share and profit income from the ElipCity ecosystem. So accumulate and hold the UME token free with ElipCity Global simply by building your community. Now, enjoy all these benefits of this community all together, my friends. That is why we're here. This is what we're building for, a decentralized community where everyone supports everyone, where the culture is not about how much you can get, but it's more about how much you can give. That is what matters. So anyone can deposit Tron to the ElipCity Global Fund to support the ElipCity community members. Anyone can help to share and grow this community as well. It is as simple as 1, 2, 3. You deposit Tron to the ElipCity Global Fund. The contract will activate and you start to receive 1% support every 24 hours. You will receive that until 310% has been received. My friends, be a part of this amazing ecosystem and join our dynamic community projects. You can start with as little as 500 Tron and you can start already today. If this was your first time on this Zoom learning about ElipCity Global, I highly recommend you to get back to the person who introduced you to ElipCity Global and the ElipCity ecosystem. Ask them, where's that link? How do I get started? All right, my friends, with that, we are going to drop off. I thank you all for coming on. As said, it was a short and sweet presentation. We're going to upload this on the Zoom or onto the YouTube. So stay tuned and I'll share this with everyone. Now, sorry, guys, let me just see if I can get the stop share here. All right, so there we go. We are going to drop off very, very soon, guys. I'm just going to announce that we are going to have a Tron Chain insurance Zoom very, very soon. We are going to have that actually within 5 minutes. I'm going to drop that into the group. Just wanted to make sure that we closed off the ElipCity Global before we went over to this. So there has been some updates on the site and I want to teach everybody how this now works, the Tron Chain insurance. As we all know, it's being fueled with 1% of all deposits and 10% of all the withdrawals, which is massive. And we're going to have a Zoom explaining all of this and how everyone is going to be able to continue to claim 1% from their Tron Chain account. All right, my friends, thank you so much. I'll see you back in the groups. If there's any questions, let us know there. Bye-bye.